Welcome to the party for Medicare. Happy birthday, 48th birthday today for Medicare. Soon the Raging Grannies will be serenading us, so stick around, come on in, play the games, play What the Health game, participate in the chat room, and just generally hang around, and we'll have cupcakes in a few minutes as well too. So stick around, make yourself at home.
Right now, it is a chance to come together and celebrate that which we have and to continue to fight for what we need and what we deserve. We could use some facts from your life, how healthcare issues affect your life, and to make sure that we do what is right.
Without the subsidy of an employer, many of us self-employed, middle-class Americans are on the edge of bankruptcy from just one major illness because of insurance company greed.
I think we fundamentally believe that Medicare is a system that is about bringing health care to people and not about turning a profit for investors. And I think we all agree that that is the model we'd like to expand.
As you know, the Corvallis City Council has consistently stood with the advocates for Medicare for all. Most recently, in standing for Oregon House Bill 3260, that stand was taken for very good reasons. In 2002, the city of Corvallis spent $3.5 million on health care for its employees. 10 years later, in 2012, that was up to $7.3 million. During that same time, we reduced staff by 25 people, while the city was growing by 500. Our health care costs have gone from $8,000 per employee to $18,000 per employee. That's a 120% increase. During that span of time, the Consumer Price Index, which includes the cost of medical care costs, went up 27%. So we have experienced a 120% increase in medical care costs versus something like 24% in all other areas. That's 5 times the rate of inflation.
My great-grandmother McDuffie went blind very young, much younger than I am right now. She went blind because she had cataracts, and my great-grandmother McDuffie had no money, so she wasn't able to ever get her cataracts fixed. And so the only way I ever knew her, most of my family ever knew her, was when she was blind. It could have been fixed if she had any money, but she didn't, and so for 30 or 40 years she was blind, and she lived with us and sang poems to us and stuff. She was a wonderful person. My grandmother, her daughter, also had cataracts at the same age when she was in her 50s, but my grandmother had Medicare. So my grandmother had a cataract operation, and the last 40 years of her life, she was able to see perfectly well. So 2 members of my family, pretty similar, got blind at a young age. One of them, because she had Medicare, was able to see. One of them, because she did not have Medicare, was unable to see. Your sign over here, our sign over here, says that over 50,000 people a year in America die because they don't have health insurance. That is a horrible, horrible number and a horrible thing to think about. But to me, suffering, the people who suffer are 10 times, 100 times that. When I get to talk with my peers and comrades around the world, that public health and the fact that we don't have some sort of a complete coverage of our healthcare system for all citizens is an embarrassment to me, a tragedy, and I'm speaking, I know, to the choir, but it's a very sad thing.